My beautiful and lovely angels, why don't you come around and listen while I tell you this story? Once upon a time, in a quiet forest near a babbling brook, there lived a wise old tortoise and a sprightly young goat. The tortoise was known for his calm, slow pace and thoughtful nature, while the goat, full of energy, would leap from rock to rock, always in a hurry. One bright morning, the goat came bounding over to the tortoise, who was slowly chewing on a leaf near a large oak tree. "Tortoise," cried the goat, "you are always so slow. I bet I could race round the forest 10 times before you make it to the next tree." The tortoise looked up and smiled. "Why don't we have a race then? But let's make it more interesting, instead of just running a straight line. Let's see who can gather the most food for the winter." The goat laughed loudly. "Let's try. That's too easy. I'll finish long before you even begin." Without wasting any time, the goat dashed off, bounding through the woods, head full of confidence. He leaped from one hillside to the next, grabbing a few berries and some leaves as he went. But he didn't stop long enough to gather much. He was always in a rush, distracted by the thrill of running and jumping. Meanwhile, the tortoise moved slowly and steadily. He knew exactly what he needed for the winter and where to find it. He carefully selected fruits, nuts, and herbs and carried each one back to his burrow. Though he moved slowly, he never wasted a step. Days passed, and the goat, thinking he had already gathered enough, spent his time playing in the meadows and racing through the trees. The tortoise, however, continued his methodical work, gathering food every day, bit by bit. Finally, the first frost of winter crept into the forest. The goat, proud of his collection, decided to check on the tortoise, certain he would be far behind. He pranced over the tortoise's burrow and peeked inside. To his surprise, the tortoise's home was filled to the brim with all kinds of food: berries, acorns, mushrooms, and roots. The goat's eyes widened as he realized his own stash was meager compared to the tortoise's. "Wow," said the goat, humbled. "I thought I would win for sure. How did you manage to gather so much?" The tortoise smiled kindly. "It's not about speed, my friend. It's about persistence, consistency, and patience. A little work every day adds up, even if you move slowly." The goat nodded, understanding the lesson at last. That winter, the tortoise had more than enough food to last the season, while the goat, though hungry at times, learned to slow down and work diligently. And from that day forward, the goat was never too quick to dismiss the tortoise's slow but steady pace. My dear friends, what did you learn from the story? It's not always good to boast when you are not sure of the outcome. Again, persistence, consistency, and patience matter a lot in everything one does in life. Thank you for listening.